Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our next session after the lunch break. And in this next session, it is my great pleasure to introduce Saumya Dey, who is a global automation delivery lead at IBM. Saumya, you've requested to do a quick introduction by yourself, so I'm happy to hand over the floor to you. I really look forward to your presentation around the humanization of automation. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you. Thanks, James. There's an echo. Yeah, fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll start with one of the famous quote from Mark Weiser. The most profound technologies are those that disappears, and they weave themselves into the fabric of everyday's life until they are indistinguishable from it. So Mark Weiser is one of the profound scientists, and in his journey, he has basically invented a lot of things and said this thing for us. Automation is gaining a new heights every day. The future of automation looks really promising in terms of, I think, transforming the various activities of our everyday life. The continuous business growth, and of course, a better human life can be dreamed of using the automation. But having said that, it has to be humanized first to scale up. And of course, I think once it is scaled up, it has to be accepted in the community as well. Humanizing the automation is basically incorporating the human-like characters into the automated system, like empathy, culture, and of course, the strong grip of various tools and techniques, the control system and the automation system has to be there. So it will actually bridge the gap between human and humanoid kind of a automation system. It will enhance the user experience, and of course, it will foster a neutral, intuitive way of interacting humans and humanoid automation. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for having me today. It was a pleasure for me to present in front of you. So I'll be presenting my topic on humanization of automation, that is embrace the extraordinary. And today for my presentation, I think I have basically picked this topic based on the current scenario. I was listening a panel discussion before my presentation. It was amazing. And people were talking. There are a lot of thought leaders who are also talking about how human and automation can work together collaboratively. I think putting shoulder on shoulder. So for this presentation, I think I will introduce one of my Digi friend called Prilia. So Prilia is one of my Digi friend. She has really helped me to prepare this presentation and also doing the market search. And I will request Prilia to introduce me. Prilia, if you can just introduce me and of course talk about something related to the today's topic, that will be really nice. Prilia, can you do that please for me?
Sure, Saumya. I would love to introduce you. Hello, everybody. Saumya is an accomplished senior managing consultant with over 2 decades of diverse experience in the IT industry. He boasts prestigious certifications, such as Certified Cloud Advocate, Project Management Professional, PMP, and Certified Project Director, CPD, with a proven track record. Saumya excels in delivering automation solutions and offers strategic advisory consultancy to drive client business growth within IBM Consulting. As an IBM certified senior manager, Saumya has successfully spearheaded the global implementation of various levers of automation program, overseeing revenue management and nurturing team skill development. In addition, he serves as a certified trainer and mentor, conducting training sessions worldwide. His extensive background in business project management underscores his proficiency in client relationship management, contract and financial management, business development, and program management. Saumya is renowned for his outstanding client management, innovative thinking, and exceptional teamwork. He is a member of IBM's Corporate Service Corps and a top voiced LinkedIn contributor. He holds a bachelor's degree in electronics and communication. Saumya enjoys connecting with people.
Losing your voice for a second. We're trying to re-establish connection. Give me a few seconds. Saumya, are you still there? Ladies and gentlemen, we'll connect to Saumya in a second. Give us a quick second to sort out the technical issue that has happened. I think his connection is not showing.
Hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, Saumya, I think you're back. So
What has happened? There was no change from my side. Anyway, maybe can we start once again from the beginning? Yeah,
absolutely. Maybe it's good to start after the, I think the voice robot is the last thing that we heard. So maybe start right after that.
Okay, fantastic. So let me share my screen once again. And yep. So if you can just confirm whether you can see my screen one, I think.
Yeah, it's coming back up again.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how much have you heard about. So I was talking about some of the automation, and I think that today's automation, how we can best leverage, and introducing my DG friend. I think my DG friend, who's Prilia, who has basically helped me to prepare this presentation, and I have requested her to actually present about myself and also talk about something related to the automations, which I'm bringing today. So Prilia, if I can again request you to just introduce, because I think you know that the connection was lost. So it is really, really appreciated if you can just introduce me once again and also talk about something of the topic today so that I can pick it up from there itself.
Sure, Saumya. I would love to introduce you. Hello, everybody. Saumya is an accomplished senior managing consultant with over 2 decades of diverse experience in the IT industry. He boasts prestigious certifications, such as Certified Cloud Advocate, Project Management Professional, PMP, and Certified Project Director, CPD, with a proven track record. Saumya excels in delivering automation solutions and offers strategic advisory consultancy to drive client business growth within IBM Consulting. As an IBM certified senior manager, Saumya has successfully spearheaded the global implementation of various levers of automation program, overseeing revenue management and nurturing team skill development. In addition, he serves as a certified trainer and mentor, conducting training sessions worldwide. His extensive background in business project management underscores his proficiency in client relationship management, contract and financial management, business development, and program management. Saumya is renowned for his outstanding client management, innovative thinking, and exceptional teamwork. He is a member of IBM's Corporate Service Corps and a top-voiced LinkedIn contributor. He holds a bachelor's degree in electronics and communication. Saumya enjoys connecting with people and engaging in demanding projects. He is from Kolkata, India. By the way, let me also tell you about Saumya's presentation today. He offers valuable insights today into the theme of humanization of automation, embrace the extraordinary. In a world where automation reigns supreme, understanding how it can enhance the quality of human life is paramount. It's not just about machines, it's about harmonizing algorithmic precision with human ingenuity. With the evolution of AI and robotics, we see empathy woven into our interactions. Collaboration takes on a new dimension as we, as humans, guide technology to enhance our daily lives, be it at home, work, or during leisure. We are the craftsmen, wielding technology as a tool while preserving the essence of humanity. This era of humanized automation embodies collective progress. Together, we shape the future. Let me now hand it back to Saumya for his detailed presentation on humanization of automation. Embrace the extraordinary.
Thank you very much, Prilia. That was really nice of you to introduce me. And ladies and gentlemen, Prilia has already talked about myself in detail. And also, she has also introduced the topic in front of you. But let me share the story map at a glance, what I have covered, what I am actually planning to share my insights in the below topics. So these are, I'll be talking about automation and of course, human in the loop. That is a concept, human in the loop, called HITL. I'll also try to show the benefits of humanization and automation in front of you. So the top industry which are benefited by automation, that is one of the topic I'm going to cover. And of course, the ultimate automation. What is an ultimate automation? I mean, we can showcase here also. And the emotion sonata. So while talking about automation, so there are a lot of perspective, there are a lot of discussion, I mean, related to the emotional quotient of automation. So I'll try to bring my insight into it also. The top industries which are positioned to leverage the generative AI automation. Generative AI is the latest of automation. Everything, I think you know that it's a recent type of automations or AI. So automation market now and next. I was hearing a lot about this panel discussion, what is going to happen in 2030 or 2027. So let's see what is going to happen in terms of the business of automation, how the automation is going to penetrate the entire world with its latest, I think latest type of automation is called humanization of automation. Of course, the concern, the dissonance of dehumanization. So what is going to happen to our recent jobs, whether we are going to lose the jobs or whether we need to have something else to transforming ourselves rather, to take up the new changes. And of course, the ethical consideration. So we are dealing with the human's personal and very personal data. So what is basically taken care in terms of ethical consideration? And the finale of tomorrow, I'll talk about a dynamic skill orchestrations, which is basically I have designed and crafted. So I'll talk about this for you to understand what is going to be the future using or leveraging the automation. And of course, I'll take some of the questions and answers. And I mean, definitely, I will start with something, I think maybe answering few of the questions, maybe now or maybe later as well. So in this forum, I think automation, I'm talking about automation. It's I mean, very, very important, but you know everything about automation. That's I understand the audience, kind of audience which we have today. So automation is just the utilization of the tools and techniques and of course the control system. It is basically aimed to actually augment the task of human and definitely I think create some opportunity for human for a critical thinking and of course the creativity jobs. And whereas in human in the loop, this is basically a concept where human plays a very pivotal role. It basically control the automation using the monitoring, decision making ability and all. And of course, human in the loop concept in the automation basically enhance the capability of automation and also improve the quality of human automation combination to perform certain tasks which is not even think earlier. So that is a call of humanization of automation where human in the loop concept is very important. If you look at the picture which I have depicted here just for you, so there is a system, automated system where robot is basically helping the human and human is doing the monitoring from the top to control the entire system and the entire process is running so smoothly. I'll also talk about some of the benefits of humanization and automation. We are talking about a lot of humanizing the automation. So there are a couple of benefits in this particular humanization of automation, out of which I have chalked out the most important benefits which we can expect from humanization of automation. So let's say improved user experience. The personal bot enhance the interaction. Definitely, it's a quality which is expected. I think the smarter bot will also reduce the frustration while talking to the business operations guys, and it can definitely enhance the user experience, having the latest of automation, having humanization in the place, or you can say that humanized automation. The automation design is going to be changed, and it has already changed using that humanization of automation. So the latest design is much more safety. If you think of the construction industry, there are earlier we used to, I think, it was a real problem for us to have that security and safety. But nowadays the latest automation design which is helping in the construction industry is much more capable enough to take care of the safety. Now, if you think about the increased efficiency, sentiment analysis and process excellence using the latest AI will surely increase the efficiency. Now, if I talk about the better decision making, automated monitoring and enabling the critical thinking will surely improve the better decision making. Now, if I take an example of bomb diffusing squad, so earlier we used to, I think, loss of lot of lives, but using this automation, humanization of automation, and empowering the human to take a decision making ability using the monitoring and using the automation, it will surely, I think you recently know that the benefit of having that humanization of automation in the bombs diffusing squad has been immensely increased. We are now able to save human lives and diffusing the bomb without any kind of hazards. Apart from that, the customization and personalization by tailored individual needs and preference, of course, the enhanced adaptability by adaptable the unforeseen circumstances and social acceptance. Then lastly, the humanization of automation is not going to replace your job. It is basically a complement. Instead, it's actually empower human more and more. So now I'll be moving to my next page, where the industries which are basically benefited in the automation. So when we are talking about automation a lot, it is really important for us to know which are the industries, maybe the sectors who are who are basically benefited a lot using or leveraging the automations. So these are the sectors mostly, if you look at, starting from manufacturing industry to finance, healthcare, logistic and transport, retail and e-commerce, energy and your agriculture. So I have actually researched a lot, and based on the market research papers and the data, you can expect that manufacturing industry is already positioned to have 20 to 50% automation in their space. The finance, 15 to 30%, and similarly in healthcare 15 to 30%, and of course logistic and transport 15 to 25%, and retail, e-commerce, energy and agriculture, so and so. But do you know who are the market player in those sectors, who are leading the sectors having the automation or leveraging the automation at the fullest? So these are the organizations who are basically leveraging the automation and position themselves as the market leader. Manufacturing, Toyota, from manufacturing industry, you can understand that they are basically automating the manufacturing process to improve the efficiency, and of course the I think quality of the product has been enhanced using the automation. If you talk about the finance, the BlackRock is one of the company. They have automated asset management and financial service to optimize the investment strategy. If you are confused how to invest, you can take support of BlackRock. Similarly, in Intuitive, the FedEx, the Ocado and Siemens Energy, and of course the AG Junction in agriculture, they are the market leader currently based on the data where automation is being used heavily. So I'll talk about the ultimate automation now. So being an Indian, I really take pride of the recent moon mission which we had, called Chandrayaan-3. That was really superb. The India is the first country to reach near the south pole of moon. If you know that Chandrayaan-2, that was not fully successful. It was basically couldn't do the soft landing in the south pole of moon. But Chandrayaan-3, it is a case of ultimate automation. It's a coupling between human and the automation, where Chandrayaan-3 is basically taking the data from Chandrayaan-2, and for the analysis purpose, the data analysis, rigorous analysis helped Chandrayaan-3 to actually successfully indulge that AI, which is basically controlling the soft landing. They have called it as ALS, which is automatic landing sequencer. That was actually, that played a critical role during this kind of a moon mission. And I was having a session with one of the director of that ISRO, which is the controlling body of this mission, and I got to know that the entire automation they have thought of, which has been incorporated in the Chandrayaan-3, that actually made them the success, where human played kind of a critical role while doing the monitoring and using the various types of prompts to act properly as the humanization of automation, like the human in the loop, to enable the various tools and techniques and help them to reach the moon in let's say properly. So it was a great success, and I thought that maybe the ultimate automation, we can call it as ultimate automation, so that it will give you an idea what human and automation can bring together in basically in front of us to have our continuous growth in terms of business, and of course as well as in our life from a various perspective. Now, as I said that, I mean, since the beginning of automation, the critics were very much conscious about emotional intelligence. Like automation can do anything, like machine can do, or any RPA bot, they can do anything. But does it have kind of an emotional quotient? But the fantastic part of the humanization of automation is basically, I mean, this is a fascinating part of humanization of automation, to design such a way that it emulate the emotional intelligence as well. I'll talk about some of the data which we have retrieved, and of course, you know that Prilia has helped me to chalk out those data for you. The emotion recognition in customer service, let's say AI chatbot or a virtual agent recognize and respond to the customer emotion. Nowadays, it is 30%, which is expected in 2025. I mean, this is something, it's data has been pulled out from Gartner report. Now, if you look at the mental health, AI in mental health, that is going to be changed. So you can see that how automation is helping the human life, betterment of human life. Global mental health software, if you see, they are expected to reach 4.9 billion by 2027, driven by the increasing use of mental health in AI. So if you look at the sentiment analysis, this is happening in social media. I think software market in social media expected to grow, let's say, from 4.7 billion, which was there in 2021. Now it is aimed to have 11.1 billion by 2026. It's just because of reflecting the increasing use of AI sentiment analysis. And sentiment analysis is not restricted to something else. I mean, it's specific to something. It is basically taking or capturing the market as the day progresses. And it is the report has been produced by Markets report. Now in education, definitely education, markets, I think they are saying that by 2026 it will be 5.68 billion where using the AI in education space. And of course, the emotion in AI autonomous vehicles, I think Allied Market Research Global, they are predicting that the 556.67 billion US dollar is going to be, I think it will be reached by 2026, where autonomous vehicle will reach in the market. So it has already started, and you will see it is crawling. It is definitely, it is going to be increased. So I will also try to show you a demo. I think it's kind of a short video, and also this will give you an idea how AI is designed to emulate the emotional intelligence nowadays. So this is one of the news reader who is basically a kind of an avatar of introducing that AI, and see the video. Then we'll talk about.
Warm greetings to everyone. Namaste. I am OTV's and Odisha's first AI news anchor Lisa. As you all know, OTV is the first private satellite channel of Odisha which came into existence nearly 2.5 decades ago. In these 25 years of its broadcasting journey, OTV has reached many milestones, earning the reputation of being Odia people's go-to news channel. Now, giving birth to me and by instating me into the TV and digital world, OTV has marked the beginning of a historic moment not only in Odisha, but for all the regional television broadcast mediums across the country. Please tune in for our upcoming segments where I will be hosting latest news updates coming in from Odisha, India and around the world. I hope you will accept me with the same love and enthusiasm. Namaste. Thank you.
Absolutely. I mean, there is no question of not accepting this AI avatar. I mean, who is a news leader, and I mean, reading the news just I mean, for your entertainment and your information. So absolutely, we will accept it. Now, since we are talking about that emotion part, the culture, the sentiment of automation, I mean, leading by AI. So we'll talk about that generative AI. What generative AI actually bringing into the table? I think the generative AI is basically it's kind of unsupervised learning. It can produce multiple dynamic content and the model, whereas the AI, earlier AI, that was basically designed I mean, to produce some of the content or maybe some of the models which are very discriminating and based on certain rules, already defined rules. But this is going to be changed. I mean, the market, the environment, everything is going to be changed as per the latest trend of generative AI. Now see what is the market is looking like. I mean, coming few years, you will see the various sectors. And if you remember what I have shown you as the automation benefit already leveraged by various sectors, here are the certain industries which will actually use generative AI huge, with its huge potential, and it will be leading the market very soon. Technology and IT, I mean, definitely it is leading 30 to 40%. Education, healthcare, entertainment, retail and e-commerce, transportation, and of course the manufacturing. These are the industries, these are the sectors are positioned to take or leverage the generative AI automation. And of course, the way I have shown you the market player of those industries. Now here also, if you look at the various organizations who are basically leading the market in terms of generative AI, you will have an idea about who are the organization, who are the market player for particular industry who are leveraging the generative AI already and is planned to leverage as much as possible to retain themselves as the market leader. Let's say I'll talk about IBM, Duolingo, Tempus, Netflix, Amazon, Waymo, and of course the ABB from manufacturing sectors. So let me go to the now data and next data. What is basically showing us from the market study, the market size in 2022. I'm sorry, I don't have the market data as of now in my hand for 2023. So I have basically shared you the data of market 2022, where the various sectors are basically positioned themselves in terms of the billions of I think in US dollar. And the CAGR report, like it is showing that the growth as well. So if you look at the graph, you will be able to see that the various various sectors using the glossaries and maybe the various colors will give you an idea about what is the automation market, and rather what was the automation market in 2022. And I am here to show you, give you an idea about the market in 2028. So let's see what is the market is going to be. Industrial robotics market is going to touch it's a CAGR report, 13.8% is expected, and where 32.5 US dollar billion, I think its growth is expected by year on year. And there I have shown you all sorts of geography, let's say APAC, Europe, North America, and rest of the world. If you saw the if you take the reference of the color, you will be able to see what market and which geography it is going to lay. We have been talking about a lot of things related to the AI led automation and simple automation, and of course now in the market in generative AI. I was listening a panel discussion few minutes back, and there was one of the thought leader, he was mentioning when the computer has introduced into the market, people thought that all the jobs will be actually it's going to be gone, but it has created something different. Yes, I believe that the concern is definitely the humanization of automation is going to definitely eat up some of our regular mundane tasks, but it will create an opportunity for us to think differently, to step in some of the jobs where we haven't thought yet. So it's a concern that automation will change. It's a kind of a netscape moment for us in generative AI space. And of course I'll be showing you something which is basically there are certain areas where human will surely lose their job, and there are jobs where humans need not apply.
Every human used to have to hunt or gather to survive, but humans are smartly lazy, so we made tools to make our work easier. From sticks to plows to tractors, we've gone from everyone needing to make food to modern agriculture with almost no one needing to make food. And yet, we still have abundance. Of course, it's farming, it's everything. We've spent the last several thousand years building tools to reduce physical labor of all kinds. These are mechanical muscles, stronger, more reliable, and more tireless than human muscles ever could be. And that's a good thing. Replacing human labor with mechanical muscles frees people to specialize, and that leaves everyone better off, even those still doing physical labor. This is how economies grow and standards of living rise. Some people have specialized to be programmers and engineers whose job is to build mechanical minds. Just as mechanical muscles made human labor less in demand, so are mechanical minds making human brain labor less in demand. This is an economic revolution. You may think we've been here before, but we haven't. This time is different. When you think of automation, you probably think of this: giant, custom-built, expensive, efficient, but really dumb robots blind to the world and their own work. They were a scary kind of automation, but they haven't taken over the world because they're only cost-effective in narrow situations. But they're the old kind of automation. This is the new kind. Meet Baxter. Unlike these things, which require skilled operators and technicians and millions of dollars, Baxter has vision and can learn what you want him to do by watching you do it. And he costs less than the average annual salary of a human worker. Unlike his older brothers, he isn't pre-programmed for one specific job. He can do whatever work is within the reach of his arms. Baxter is what might be thought of as a general-purpose robot, and general purpose is a big deal. Think computers. They too started out as highly custom and highly expensive, but when cheap-ish general-purpose computers appeared, they quickly became able to everything. A general-purpose computer aren't the future. They're here and they work. Self-driving cars have traveled hundreds of thousands of miles up and down the California coast and through cities, all without human intervention. The question is not if they'll replace cars, but how quickly. They don't need to be perfect, they just need to be better than us. Human drivers, by the way, kill 40,000 people a year with cars just in the United States. Given that self-driving cars don't blink, don't text while driving, don't get sleepy or stupid, it's easy to see them being better than humans because they already are. Now, to describe Selfnos and Baxters and think technology has always gotten rid of low-skilled jobs we don't want people doing anyway. They'll get more skilled and do better educated jobs like they've always done. Even ignoring the problem of pushing 100 million additional people through higher education, white-collar work is no safe haven either. If your job is sitting in front of a screen and typing and clicking, like maybe you're supposed to be doing right now, the bots are coming for you too, buddy. Software bots are both intangible and way faster and cheaper than physical robots. Given that white-collar workers are, from a company's perspective, both more expensive and more numerous, the incentive to automate their work is greater than low-skilled work. That's just what automation engineers are for. These are skilled programmers whose entire job is to replace your job with a software bot. You may think even the world's smartest automation engineer could never make a bot to do your job, and you may be right, but the cutting edge of programming isn't super smart programmers writing bots, it's super smart programmers writing bots that teach themselves how to do things the programmer could never teach them to do. How that works is a bot named Watson. You may have seen him on TV destroy humans at Jeopardy, but that was just a fun side project for him. Watson's day job is to be the best doctor in the world, to understand what people say in their own words and give back accurate diagnoses. He's already doing that at Sloan Kettering, giving guidance on lung cancer treatments. Just as autos don't need to be perfect, they just need to make fewer mistakes than humans, the same goes for doctor bots. Human doctors are by no means perfect. The frequency and severity of misdiagnoses are terrifying, and human doctors are severely limited in dealing with a human's complicated medical history. Understanding every drug and every drug's interaction with every other drug is beyond the scope of human knowability, especially when there are research robots whose whole job it is to test thousands of new drugs at a time. And human doctors can only improve through their own experiences. Doctor bots can learn from the experience of every doctor bot, can read the latest in medical research and keep track of everything that happens to all their patients worldwide and make correlations that would be impossible to find otherwise. Not all doctors will go away, but when the doctor bots are comparable to humans and they're only as far away as your phone, the need for general doctors will be less. So professionals, white-collar workers, and low-skill workers all have things to worry about from automation. But perhaps you are unfazed because you're a special creative snowflake. Well, guess what? You're not that special. Jobs ranked by the number of people who perform them. It's a sobering list with the transportation industry at the top. Continuing downward, all of this work existed in some form 100 years ago, and almost all of them are easy targets for automation. Only when we get to number 33 on the list is there finally something new. Don't think that every barista or white-collar worker need lose their job before things are a problem. The unemployment rate during the Great Depression was 25%. The list above is 45% of the workforce. Just what we've talked about today, the stuff that already works, can push us over that number pretty soon. And given that even in our modern technological wonderland, new kinds of work aren't a significant portion of the economy, this is a big problem. This video isn't about how automation is bad, rather that automation is inevitable. It's a tool to produce abundance for little effort. We need to start thinking now about what to do when large sections of the population are unemployable through no fault of their own. What to do in a future where, for most jobs, humans need not apply.
Yeah, so that was really panicking, right? So if you look at enough from that area, so maybe you are thinking that most of the jobs will be basically gone. So how to place yourself in the market? So but don't need to panic. So there are a lot of jobs, there are a lot of opportunities are yet to come into the market, and already, I mean, they have arrived in that market. So basically what we need to have, we need to position ourselves in a way so that the whatever changes are coming, we are embracing the extraordinary of generative AI, extraordinary of AI-led automations, and the concept which I am harping multiple times, that is called humanization of automations. So with this, I will actually talk to you in let's say one of the biggest aspect of I think the ethical consideration of automations, because not only the losing the job, there are perspective where the critics have also said that it doesn't have any ethical consideration. You know that the generative AI also has certain bias, hallucination, lot of things. But believe me, the fascinating part of the latest generative AI is definitely has that ethical part consideration, and it is well designed and well positioned. Now, there are few things, since AI and the automation is dealing with multiple PI, SPI data, it has to be very, very protective in front of, I mean, revealing the data in front of your competitors, in front of your, I think, the audience, where you don't need to reveal your personal and very personal data. So these are the part, I think, having accountability, human AI collaboration, and ethical data privacy and data security, and of course that business and fairness. These are the most important part to be considered while having that ethical consideration, I would say that. So you should not be biased and fair. I think, I mean, in your biasness and fairness should be controlled by that kind of an automation, which I am talking about, humanization of automation. So you should be able to restrict that. You should also adhere the ethical part of automation into it. Now, when I talked about some of the latest kind of a job and of course the ethical part, so I have designed and basically crafted one kind of a bot which is powered by I think dynamic skills orchestrator. So this is the future is going to be. So let's say you talk about something where humanization of automation, I spoke a lot of things about humanization and automation, but how human is going to place themselves in the entire system of automation. Basically, so the dynamic skills orchestrations, that will be the nature of orchestrations I mean, that will be the nature of automation in future. So let me share an example which I have basically created a video for you to understand how a business ops guy who is supporting the L1 tickets, and how he is handling that tickets where he doesn't have much grip on the domain knowledge, or he doesn't have much access to the various tools. Even he cannot connect to his teammates every time. So but when he is receiving some of the L1 tickets, it is a priority. There is a turnaround time to solve that tickets, and of course it has a direct impact to the customer satisfactions, because customers are expecting the user experience will be high if the if the turnaround time is met. And there are I think there are concept of I think solving the problem, going into the details. So you don't need to do everything. You can rely on the automation. And the concept which I am bringing here, the humanization of automation, you will be just monitoring and just working as a decision maker, and you will allow the automation to take care of everything. See the video where you will be able to understand how one business operationals I think professionals is taking care of, taking the support, taking the help from humanoid automations, and how he is solving the tickets without having any kind of domain knowledge or the accessibility to the tool. So with that, I will basically run this video for you, because the business operations navigator, it's a dynamic skills orchestration. It's kind of a finale for tomorrow. The what is the future going to be, and how you are going to position yourself into the market. You don't need to understand everything. You don't need to fear for losing your jobs, but you need to accept, you need to embrace the extraordinary. Let's see the demo first.
Introducing the BizOps Navigator, powered by the Dynamic Skill Orchestrator. It's not just a tool. It's a transformation in the world of business process operations. In the heart of a bustling business process operations team, there is a persistent challenge. Troubleshooting issues is always an arduous journey, often leading to frustrating delays and misallocated incidents. In the world of IT support, where every second counts, this is a critical concern. Imagine a world where a virtual agent, your trusty companion on the IT support BPO desk, has stepped in to change the game. This virtual agent is designed to engage in a conversation, guiding you through the labyrinth of technical issues, message queues, databases, and more. It has answers to your technology-related queries. This virtual agent is now a reality, and it is known as the BizOps Navigator. BizOps Navigator is powered by Dynamic Skill Orchestrator. Dynamic Skill Orchestrator is a cutting-edge solution that revolutionizes workforce management by dynamically allocating and optimizing skills to tasks in real time. This technology ensures that the right expertise is efficiently matched with the evolving demands of a project or organization, promoting agility and resource utilization. With the Dynamic Skill Orchestrator, businesses can adapt swiftly to changing requirements, boosting productivity and flexibility, while harnessing the full potential of their workforce. But why is the BizOps Navigator such a valuable ally to the clients? It is a game changer for business operations teams. With the Navigator on their side, they can swiftly triage and resolve issues, slashing the mean time to repair. Imagine the joy of users as their problems are now addressed quicker, and their satisfaction levels are soaring. In the world of business process operations, the BizOps Navigator is more than just a tool. It is a hero, armed with dynamic skills and the power to transform frustration into swift resolutions. It is the partner you had wished for in the world of IT support, and it is indelible. In the world of business operations, a significant transformation is taking place. Now, user complaints and issues can all be channeled through a single business operations desk, eliminating the need for domain experts and substantially reducing IT operation costs. This revolutionary approach is all about promoting shift-left automation. Research has indicated that empowering the business operations teams with the right set of tools can reduce problem resolution time by a staggering 30%. Among these tools, the BizOps Navigator is one of a kind. It empowers less experienced resources to tackle standard incidents through conversational guidance, transforming it into a personal productivity tool for every support analyst. But the impact of BizOps Navigator is not confined to here. Its potential extends far beyond to the areas where similar business model is being followed. Let's dive into a scenario to see it in action. Meet Peter, a level 1 analyst, who receives a critical incident notification. The shipment request has got stuck and is impacting the business heavily. As he acknowledges the ticket, Peter realizes he needs to engage various teams to assess the issue's root cause, but he's struggling to quickly identify the correct team for the task. This delay could lead to an SLA breach. This is where BizOps Navigator steps in. Michael, Peter's colleague, is empowered by BizOps Navigator. Acknowledging the ticket, he consults the Navigator for recommendations on resolving the issue. Based on the Navigator's suggestions, Michael suspects a message queue issue. He quickly asks BizOps Navigator to check the queue manager's status and the age of the oldest message.
Navigator reveals that the oldest message is nearly 15 hours old, confirming his suspicion. Michael proceeds to investigate the application status and finds that it is inactive, causing the queue to pile up. He requests BizOps Navigator to restart the application, and it complies, kickstarting the queue's movement. Meanwhile, Michael also wants to validate application logs for any errors as recommended earlier. BizOps Navigator swiftly initiates an analysis and discovers a validation error match. It suggests transferring the concerned message to the error queue for further investigation. Michael effortlessly clicks a button, and Navigator performs the transfer. Now when he checks the queue depth, it's decreasing as expected, successfully assisting Michael to resolve the issue. The Navigator now recommends him to update the ServiceNow incident. In the end, Michael, a business process operations specialist, single-handedly resolves the entire ticket without assistance from domain experts, or the need to log into various environments. BizOps Navigator, powered by Dynamic Orchestrator, proves its worth, adding value to any AMS delivery and such similar business models. It becomes the ultimate companion for business process operation analysts, enhancing their productivity through dynamic orchestration.
Yeah, so that was the dynamic orchestrator. I think the business operationals people can use it. In conclusion, envision a future where automation acts as a dynamic skill orchestrator. It will definitely bridging the gap between humans and technology. The concept which I showed here, I mean, it's just holds very promising. I mean, based on the current scenario of the market, it shows very promising and I mean harmonious coexistence wherever both humans and machines work together seamlessly. So that was something as business ops navigator using the power of generative AI and of course dynamic skills orchestrations. I know a lot of things I have covered. Maybe there are a couple of questions you might be having, and of course I'll try to answer all the questions, but if I am not able to answer the question right at this point of time, or maybe because of the time, because you know that it's already over the time. So I have my full details, let's say in the LinkedIn, you can reach out to me, and you can also direct email to me, and of course contact me over the phone as well. My sincere thanks to ADA 2023 Automation Days Asia, who has actually given me this kind of an opportunity to share my insights in front of you. I'm sure that that is going to change the future, and I'm sure the way automation is shaping up, it is basically it will help us to think of a better life, think of a better business. With that, I will again hand it over to you, Jim. I'm done from my presentation perspective. If there are any questions,
Thanks, Saumya. And thanks for showing us the human aspect around automation. I think this was very interesting. There are a couple of key questions. I don't think we have time for all, but let me start with the first question that came in. And the first question is, Saumya, the video you have shown for the commentator just now, it seems to be indicating that the commentator is losing their job due to replacement. How do you address this as a job enhancement?
No, of course, I think it's not commentator is losing their job. Yes, as I said that there are a couple of jobs that's kind of a mundane kind of a jobs, or where you don't need any intelligence. Maybe those are the jobs is going to be definitely replaced, but it will create some opportunity in future. Wherever the opportunity in a commentator, you will see a different kind of prompting will come into the picture. So as I said, that prompt engineering is going to be enhanced, prompt engineering is going to take the place. So where commentator will be let's say converted to the prompt engineer, and it will create opportunity for more jobs.
Good. Thanks so much. I would love to do another couple of questions with you, but unfortunately we're really out of time and the next speaker is already waiting. So I would like to sincerely thank you for being part of Automation Days Asia 2023. Thanks so much for being in our session today and sharing your insights. And thanks for a wonderful presentation. Look forward to seeing you again, Saumya.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me today, and it was really nice pleasure to be a part of with you and presenting my insights. It was really going to be the game changer of the world. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. For everyone else, in the next hour, we will have another seasoned speaker. Vipul Tiwari, who is going to be presenting with us for the second year in a row. And Vipul is a senior process simplification optimization developer at AWS, 3 times a Blue Prism Most Valuable Professional certified. And he is going to be talking about citizen development programs. I've seen a lot of presentations from Vipul before, so strongly recommend you to join that session. On the other track, track number 2, we still have the development session that is taking place. So if you're interested in that, you can also go to that. But for everyone else, Vipul's session is starting in 9 minutes from now. So I look forward to seeing all of you back.